frontier. This is Football Daft with Stephen Purden,
midfield dynamo and average actor,
Chris Toll,
target man, suspicious character,
and
Hey, the top end of Stevenson,
Welcome to Football Daft. It's the daftest Scottish football podcast around. I am producer John, and let's welcome the team, shall we? First, a man who's switched off the heating and stopped eating until Celtic win the league. Well, that's a complete lie. Just check out his Instagram for all the pictures of food you ever need. It's Chris Toll.
What is happening, you handsome motherfuckers?
All good, mate. It's all good. And let's get us straight on to the next person. Your lunch buddy, your lunch partner. Let's speak to a man who was so impressed by Charlie Adams' dive last weekend. He's thinking of signing him up for his wrestling show, which tickets are still available for at the Pavilion.
Don't say that. He said that too often. He's got a roster of 185 people now.
I don't, because the next thing he'll be messaging me going, "Were you serious? Will you put him on the wrestling show? Mate, you've no idea the amount of folk I've booked for this show next week just because I can't say
Grado!
How are you?
You might notice we're short of one today, and we're just going to have to do it, aren't we? Because Stephen last week, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago actually, poor Chris got his voice note played. We received this about an hour and a half before we were set to record today. Here we go.
Boys, I'm not going to lie, man. I think I'm going to make it today. Tam and Bert's getting off work early. Out the wee local boozer, a few bevies back to town for the game. I need to get involved in it, man. It's Europa League semi-final, just after trying with Ravenna. I don't quite make it, I'm sorry. See you soon, boys. I seen that super agent gone, man.
There we go. So, Stephen Purden, just fresh off a trampoline, an hour and a half before we're about to record the podcast, has decided to go to the pub for the Rangers game instead. What are the feelings on this, gentlemen?
What a piece of shit.
I don't know about that. He's saying that he was on the trampoline with the rain. I think he's had to get Thursday afternoon.
Oh, of course it's Thursday.
Do you know what I mean? Because of football's the night.
Now it's making sense.
Early.
So hold on, what you think he's gave up this to get his home?
I think basically what he's saying is, gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna get some afternoon delight. Motto's always been when it's right while waiting till the middle of the cold dark night. And everything's a little clearer in the light of day. And you know the night is always gonna be there anyway. John, your turn.
Oh, I can't do the high part.
I don't even know what song that is.
Up an appetite, looking forward to a little afternoon.
Who was that? Michael Jackson?
No, come on. Sky rockets in flight.
Woo!
Afternoon delight.
Yeah,
but I like the way I've just come off the trampoline. It's as if he's had to have a wee session to jump in a boot with the Waynes to pluck up the courage to tell us that he's not coming. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll do after I do this.
Imagine he wasn't talking about an actual track. Imagine that's how he referred to Nicola. That's fucking disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. You're a disgrace.
Brilliant. So you went out for your lunch yesterday, and you say you've got stories to tell.
We romantic mandate, wasn't it, Grado?
The scoff was tremendous, wasn't it? What's the weird tool? It was tapas, man, but it was like
American tapas.
Aye. That was good.
He had like a big fucking corn dog. We had like chips with chipotle mayonnaise. We had
the chicken lollipops.
We had a pizza. You had the wings, but they were cauliflower wings. Cauliflower wings. He didn't like the short rib crickets, but I thought they were tremendous.
Right, look, get this right. I says to him, "What's tornado fries?" And the guy says, "It's just a big massive tatty, but it's done like it's spiralled all down a stick, and it's fried with salt and black pepper, and it was everything was brilliant, right? We loved it every bite. Yeah, I wasn't too keen on the crickets, like he says, but the waiter comes over at the end. He's like, "Did you enjoy that, boys?" Like, aye, it was brilliant. He goes like, "It's a TGI Fridays."
He said this place is owned by TGIs, but see, as soon as he said that, we were a bit like that.
I'm not going back here now.
You know that way? Well, like, why did he tell us that? Because we thought it was like a kind of independent, kind of
upmarket, fancy.
The new happening place in Glasgow.
Aye, a hipster place. That's what it was like.
And then he's like, this is just like a fancy TGI's and all that.
And then he went like, no, wait a minute. The only thing that we borrow for TGI's is the seasoning for the chips. I'm like, why do you bother fucking telling folk that then? It was nice enough, boy.
It was nice. It was good.
We'll give a shout. Where can we find this fine establishment? Just in case you want to give us money.
63rd and 1st, which is on Bothwell Street.
Bothwell Street, that's right.
And they were brand new. We're actually kidding on, but it did. You were a bit like, why the fuck they tell us that?
Grado was like, see, when I first came in, I went to the toilet and I was looking in the kitchen and I was like, oh, look at the boys pure working away. Aye, that's good. That's
They're
good.
proper chefs.
Then he's like, it's just Kev the chef all over again.
Shout out to Kev the chef. Shout out to Kev the chef. Listen, guys, I knew this would happen. Remember the birthday spot last week? You just know when you open it's like the karaoke. Once someone goes up and starts singing a song, everyone's wanting to sign up for it. Here we go. Hi lads, my cousin's birthday is on the 29th of April and he loves your show. We all do. Was wondering if you could get a birthday shout out. His name is Stuart Garland. He turns 31. And
have you ran the name, John? Remember, we're not getting caught out with a fucking Harold Shipley.
Yeah, Google what we go. He's 31. He's a Rangers fan and a Killie fan, and is getting married in July. Was wondering if the boys for his birthday could give him relationship / marriage advice and or a Steve Clark blow up doll. Cheers lads, love the show, best Scottish football podcast by a mile. Thank you very much, Gordon Wood.
Right, so relationship and marriage advice. Well, none of us are married. Stephen's not here.
I'm married.
You're married, John. You're married, but you don't want to be married. You don't want to bring your missus to the fucking. All
right, now let's talk about this. Right. We're going on a football daft end of season night out very soon, right? We're also going to be talking about a live show, which we'll be doing very soon. However, Chris put in the group chat yesterday, is this for the ladies as well? Now, I love my wife, Chris. I absolutely adore her. She's great. She's beautiful. However, you don't take a girl to a lads' night out, do you? It's just, it changes the dynamic. It's a fact, isn't it? You're not going to talk about the things. For example, we're not going to be talking about Rangers, Celtic, Falkirk, because the girls are around. You know, it changes the dynamic, doesn't it?
Can you not hold a conversation with women, John? No,
I can hold a conversation. What would you like to talk about?
Football.
Situation in Ukraine. Wardle.
Situation in Ukraine. Let's not be talking about Ukraine. Let's not bring it down.
Right, okay.
It's a happy.
Right, okay. So you don't talk about. Right, okay. So if there's any, what would you like to converse about, Grado? You pretend to be the lady.
But not.
You be the lady. You ask me. Right, we're out on a date, Grado. Hi.
You're talking about football. What are you talking about? Shopping.
We're out on a date, Grado. I've taken you out. Hi, darling. Lovely to see you. Do you like a drink?
But we're not going on a date, so we're bringing... Listen, what was it Kevin Nash always used to say? Never bring the women on the road. Never bring the women on the road, because as soon as they find out what happens when on the road, then that's you fucked. That's you completely sneaking.
Understand. Right, okay.
Okay, anyway.
But, however, we need to do one with the ladies as well.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We do. Right, okay. Just not the end of season party. Right, yeah, though, if we do bring him on, like I say, it would mean Stephen might not rage quit the night, and you know,
he would never turn up anyway. He would never turn up anyway.
But if we bring him along, we can't do lines off each other's arses.
Well, yeah. Right. Back to our friend. Happy birthday, Stuart Garland, turned 31. Our relationship marriage advice would be not to take ladies on a lads' night out. You share your birthday with Jerry Seinfeld. Guess the age. Jerry Seinfeld. What age is Jerry Seinfeld?
63.
I would say 63.
68. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Jerry Seinfeld, 68. Jesus Christ. Daniel Day-Lewis, 65.
Fuck knows. Who's Daniel Day-Lewis?
Only the most successful actor of all time.
I thought it was that, no, him that does fucking I close my eyes.
Thanks, New York.
That's Jason Donovan.
That's Jason Donovan. Are you thinking of Daniel Donnelly?
Daniel Donnelly?
Daniel O'Donnell.
Daniel O'Donnell.
No, not Daniel O'Donnell, fuck.
No. Right, okay. Right, anyway, Daniel Day-Lewis, what are you saying, Chris?
63.
61, just about 61. There. And Uma Thurman, 51.
Uma Thurman's only 51, she's been about. She's been about forever.
So that's who you share your birthday with, Stuart. And you also share your birthday with Rhys Thomas of Huntly, Michael Herd of Spartans, and Ryan McGeever of Dumbarton. So
nice.
There we go. Some football right chat. Chris, could you sing happy birthday to him, but could you do it in the style of Elvis?
What about Stevie Wonder?
We'll do that.
That's nice as well.
Oh, it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
There should be a law against anyone who takes offense. How much we love you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. There you go.
There you go. Please get the video version by signing up to our Patreon, patreon.com/football daft to see Chris actually doing an impression of Stevie Wonder. It was very, very impressive. Right, boys, let's talk football then. Weekend games. Again, just another game down. Grado, all depends on this Sunday, but you still conceding the league is over, even if you win on Sunday.
I mean, just for example, I'm not doing anything for it. I mean, I've got my work on Monday. It's a bank holiday. I'll still be on the radio and stuff like that. So I don't plan on... Because like I said to my pals, it's going to be day one. See, even if we day one, it's still going to be a bit like too little, too late. And I genuinely feel that. So the only thing I'm kind of got in my mind right now is the Europa League. The season for me is bye. It's too little, too late. Celtic will do it either. When can it do it?
Basically, what you're saying is your season's over tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, no, listen. We'll see how we go on tonight. We've done well to come this far. And we've beat the favourites, so we'll see, Tom. We could get a drubbing, mate. We could get a drubbing.
Listen, see, regardless of what happens tonight, the exploits of Rangers in Europe this season has been nothing short of tremendous.
Even just seeing the adverts and the build up this week on BT, because I've got some obviously really cracking adverts. See, just to be involved in that and seeing stuff like that, it's just a complete buzz, man.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the second time it's happened in your lifetime as well. Getting to this stage as well.
You would never have, especially after 2008, man. I remember going, my dad will never see another one of these in our Europa Cup. Not that I'm saying we'll get there, but to come this far. Unbelievable.
I mean, there's so much money, even when because obviously the format is now the Champions League, teams drop into that tournament, there's and
if they win it, they go into pot one.
Exactly. I mean,
Rangers win it, they go into a Champions League pot one, which then gives you a more favourable draw as well in the group stages of the Champions League. So for that, if they manage to somehow win this tournament, right, then it's only going to help them in Europe next year as well.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, great effort. So obviously Stephen's not with us because he's concentrating on drinking and watching that tonight.
And that's all you get for me.
There we go. Chris, you were worried about the trip to Ross County from Celtic.
Mm-hmm. That was, I'll be honest with you, that was the one game that I was worried about after the split.
Yeah.
The Celtic Rangers game will take care of itself. Hearts at Celtic Park, 99 times out of 100 is pretty much a guarantee.
Aye.
Yeah.
Right? Tannadice has been good to us this year. And Motherwell, you just never know what Motherwell's going to turn up. We could hammer them 6-0 or it could be a close one. But I don't see, with the exception of potentially the Rangers game, I don't see us dropping any more points.
And the thing is, even if he's day drop points against Rangers and he's day drop points against Hearts, I mean, it's still you're still going to win it.
Well, if we drop points against Rangers, that brings it down to 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's if Rangers win, right? If we then drop points against Hearts, which potentially, let's say it does happen, right? And Hearts get a draw against us, right? That brings it down to 1 point. So see the last 2 games, it would be nervy as fuck for Celtic because then Rangers have still got it in their own hands if we drop points again.
I think Celtic will be right up for it on Sunday. I think it'll not be the same Celtic that turned up at the semi-final, I think. And it depends how Rangers play the night as well.
I was going to say, Craig, do you think he'll rest maybe players if he's do well tonight and then there's a game in the horizon? Do you think he might go, fuck it, Alex Lowry, there's time goes in there and all that?
I have seen talk of that where they might rest the best players for next week, which I wouldn't be against, to be honest with you, because I think the way Celtic, it'll not be the same team that were at Hampden a couple of weeks ago. I think they were right up for it. Leagues. I don't even like talking about it, like thinking of scenarios, because you're only just going to get let down. Yeah, there's no way.
Got to say, big congratulations to Kilmarnock. We were all gutted. I think every football fan in Scotland, sorry for Kilmarnock supporters out there listening to the podcast, but I think, and you guys know it as well, everyone and their dog was rooting for Arbroath. And Ricky, how's Ricky feeling after it, Grado?
Do you know what? I haven't spoke to him. I congratulated him because he got named in the Championship Team of the Week, but because I was in Liverpool at the weekend, I didn't even know the result to the next day. I was fucking steaming on Friday night. I was absolutely bluttered. So I knew what the score was, but I didn't realise how dramatic it was. Kicking the boys in the last minute of the game. So I was a bit gutted for them. But you know what? I think they could still do it in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, exactly. Congratulations!
And what an advertisement for Scottish football as well. That big massive crowd as well.
It was great. It was great to see that. If only we could get more of that. Congratulations! I have to say to Cove as well. They went up from League One as well, and Queen of the South down from the Championship at the weekend.
That's a strange one. Not a strange one. Obviously, they've not been very good for.
You wouldn't have predicted that at the start of the season, right?
Definitely not. In fact, I think I actually maybe.
Went to Albion Arbroath to go down. I think you maybe.
I think I might have took Queens to win the league. I think.
There we go.
No, in fact, did you and I not take Dunfermline?
Yeah, I think I took.
We did. With you and I took Dunfermline.
I wonder if I took Arbroath.
We'll go back and we'll listen to the Football Daft at the start of the season. Go back and
don't do that, man. Jesus Christ, man.
Right, so that's it. PFA Player of the Year is getting announced this Sunday. Callum McGregor, Tom Rogic, Craig Gordon and Regan Charles Cook all in contention for the Senior Award, and for the Junior Award, Calvin Ramsey, Connor Barron, both of Aberdeen, Josh Doig of Hibs and Leo Abada. Surprised at the list, guys?
Really, I'm quite surprised, but do you know what I'm really surprised at, right? Now, this is it's the women's choices, right? There's a lassie that plays for Celtic called Jacinta Gala something, right? Her name's about that length on the page, right? And she get nominated. She get nominated for Player of the Year. She get nominated for Young Player of the Year, and she wasn't in the Team of the Year. Now,
That's mental.
How did they decide that? You know what I mean?
Crazy. That is absolutely mental. I never heard that.
That's happened that's happened in other categories, in other divisions as well. I'm sure I've read that. I'm sure I've read that with the Team of the Year's been announced.
Is it the players that vote for it? Is this the PFA ones?
Is it? No, I think it is the PFAs, because they were talking about that in the radio the other morning. They were saying,
oh God, I'm not even going to try and pronounce her name. Galabadarachiari of Celtic. Bloody hell. Jacinta. Big Jacinta, there
That's
we go.
what she's got in the back of her jersey, Jacinta.
I bet you, no wonder.
You'd have to wear long sleeves.
It cost you a fucking fortune to get that in the back of your shirt.
Fucking vinegar a Hesselhink, remember that in the back of that? Jesus, man.
I had to put it in a circular, you had to put a semi-circle.
That's right.
But Grado, from a Rangers perspective, are you surprised not to see any Rangers players in the four?
Not really, because we've not, I mean, maybe at a push, Tavernier. Certainly in the youth, the young player, I'm kind of surprised nae Bassey.
Yeah, that's...
I thought Bassey would have maybe been a shoe-in for it.
Bassey qualify for a young player?
Oh, do you know what? He probably doesn't. What's the age?
I think you know what?
It's 21 up to 21, he's 22.
Is it 21?
Oh, he's 20, right, he's 22.
That's why you would be in there.
Right, I take that back. Do you know what?
Tell you what, see if Leila Bada doesn't win that, there's something for fucking...
you know, I think Bada's a shoe-in for that, Chris. Chris, I come at you in this one as well. I thought Tom Rogic was a strange one. I thought there's been stronger players for Celtic. I mean, Callum McGregor, I think, deserves to be in there. I think he's a great season.
Oh, I think Rogic has been tremendous all season, mate, but I do think that there's players that should have been in there, like Carter Vickers.
I was going to say Carter Vickers, yeah.
So hold on, am I getting this right? Sorry to cut you off. So this is the player. This is a short list of all the players in the league have nominated, right?
Yeah.
Aye.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you just play. I think they nominate the players that they respect the most. To be honest with you, because for me, although Callum McGregor has been tremendous taking on the captaincy role, he's not been a standout player for Celtic this season. I don't think.
Right.
He's been a lot better than he was last season, but it just goes to show you how well they've all done this season, to be honest with you, John, because you could have any of them, for fuck's sake. Juranovic could be in there. You know what I mean?
Jota,
even Kyogo, although he missed so much of the season, he was so influential when he was fit.
Yeah.
And again on Sunday comes back and he scores that header. You know what I mean? He settled the nerves quite early on. So there's just so many players for Celtic that could have been nominated. I just think that for me, over the length of the season, of the 4 players that are picked, I think ironically you need to either look at Craig Gordon or Charles Regan-Cook.
Do you think those two could be Craig Gordon or Charles Regan-Cook? Yeah, you've
got to look at the big picture. You know what I mean? See, without those 2 players, their teams would be nowhere for me.
Yeah.
But whereas with Celtic, there's just so many that could have been nominated. It wouldn't surprise me if the trophy went to one of the other 2.
Yeah, good shout. We're going to be talking more about Hibs and Football Daft Focus a bit later on, but we've got to talk, obviously they got rid of Maloney, David Gray, we won't start with the David Gray puns this week, but Roy Keane, we'll be talking to Stuart from Hibs podcast in a minute, but I mean, that's exciting, isn't it? That's box office stuff, that, if Roy Keane's to saunter up in Scottish football.
Is it definitely going to happen?
Well, it was looking like it might have happened last year, and I'll tell you, my arse was making buttons because I wanted them nowhere near Celtic.
Yeah, but for Hibs, I mean...
Well, I don't know, the Hibs fans will probably feel the same way that I felt. However, I want Roy Keane in Scottish football, just no with Celtic. You know what I mean?
The thing is...
You take him off Sky, don't you? Because you love on Sky. Mika on Sky. Beautiful.
He's great entertainment on that. But would he I mean, I could
get him on Sports Scene. What about does he bring Mika Richards as his right hand man?
Aye. I mean, it would be great just for the post-match interviews and just for the blow-up. It would be fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I would be excited to see Roy Keane turning up at Ibrox for his Hibs team. I think that would add to the atmosphere. I think Rangers fans would be right up for that a day. But I just can't see it lasting long.
Yeah, but we'll get more into it when we talk to Stuart from Hibs Talk.
I see he follows everybody, doesn't he?
Aye, exactly. Yes. It'll be interesting to see what his take on it is. Finally, Nordic broadcaster, this is the first I've ever heard of him, Viaplay, has bought the rights from UEFA to show all the Scotland's men's national teams from 2024 to 2028. Scottish FA says it's held positive initial dialogue about some of the games being free to air, and fans will be able to watch the game through Viaplay website. TVs, game consoles, Apple TV, Google Chromecast, and Ian Maxwell from the SFA says we're pleased that Viaplay recognise the value of Scotland's men's national team and look forward to them broadcasting what will hopefully be yet more successful qualification campaigns.
So is that mere fucking money we've got to fork out to watch on another app?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, man. The one group of people that are going to be rubbing their hands for this is the folk that punt.
Aye.
Punt what? Say that till you've went off. Well, listen, Toll, can you hear us?
Let's go to Coatbridge now. Can we go to Coatbridge? We can't go to. Can we go to Coatbridge? Can we go to Coatbridge?
Can we go to Coatbridge, Toll?
We can see him. We can see him. Yeah. Coatbridge, can you hear us? Coatbridge. We might have to move on, Grado. Coatbridge can't hear us.
Yeah. So, yeah, aye. Okay, we are having some technical difficulties, so wait. I'll discuss it. That is shite. For me, it's not that it's shite. There we go. But, John, that's another. Look at what you fork out for. You fork out for Premier Sports.
Yeah.
You fork out for Sky Sports.
Yeah.
You fork out for BT. Right? And it's just another one. And for me, international football is not a big thing for me. As I say, I don't really I've got my way to watch it. And so if they want more money, another
Hold on, I'm getting word. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm getting word from Coatbridge. Are we getting Coatbridge? Coatbridge.
You're muted, remember, too.
Yeah, Coatbridge. Can you hear us? Coatbridge. We're back to Coatbridge.
Back at Clifton Hill here, where Albion Rovers have just scored their 8th goal of the afternoon. But what I was saying is, and I don't know if you agree with me, I think that when they make deals like this, it pushes folk away. Because I certainly wouldn't want to pay a subscription to watch 5 Scotland games a season or 6 Scotland games a season.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Tol. I was just saying to John, we've got Sky Sports to pay for, BT to pay for, Premier Sports to pay for, and then that's another one, man. That adds up.
I know.
Do you think we go, right, this is taking the piss now, the amount of apps that you've got. I can't cancel Premier Sports. I've got 2 Premier Sports accounts. I can get rid of the one that's in my telly, but see, trying to get the one off my Fire Stick, it's murder trying to cancel it.
It's a nightmare trying to cancel any sort of subscription apart from fucking something you've got through Amazon, I think, to be honest with you.
No, exactly. You're right. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, the pubs, again, you think about the pubs, like, I mean, back in the day, you just got your Sky Sports subscription, but pubs are having to fork out all this money as well. Because obviously, being in the pub trade or former member of the pub trade, you'll realise this and the amount of money that must go out the war, because they obviously have to pay a premium fee, haven't they?
Yeah, they do. And do you know how they rate it? It's not the same for every pub. It's when I had the pub, it was done by the Yardage Year pub and the Footfall.
Is that right?
Get in the street as well, aye. So like, when we had Sky, we were paying nearly £1,200 a month for Sky.
No way.
Fuck off, really?
What do you mean, Footfall as in how many folk are in the area?
Aye, because my pub was just off of Coatbridge Main Street. So basically the amount of footfall that you get in front of the shop, so people walking by and stuff like that, like they do it through the amount of people in the town. Do you get
boozers that just like fan it off and just do it anyway?
Aye, do you know what you can get? No, I'm not advising any publican to do this, okay? But Sky, I've got a wee pint symbol in the bottom.
That's I remember that.
You can buy stickers to put on your telly.
That's brilliant.
That is fucking brilliant. Love that.
Again, we do not condone this at Football Daft. However, it is available.
That is smart thinking. Brilliant. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Now for the Daft this week, would you like to hear about boys, the man that we worried our cat? Would you like to hear about the best crisps sandwich combinations?
Yes.
Or the man with 9 wives? Right, we're going straight to this the crisp sandwich combinations. This was a survey that was done by Subway. Grado
Tol gave me an excellent recipe for a piece.
Right, we'll save that. Right,
okay.
Subway have named like the best combinations for crisp sandwich. See if you agree with us. The top 5, right? So in at number 5, cheese with salt and vinegar crisps.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
With salt and vinegar and cheese. Right. What?
Chicken salad with cheese and onion crisps.
I would eat that.
Aye. All right. Aye.
Right. Meatball marinara with ready salty crisps.
I don't know about that.
Not having that one.
No, because it would soggy the crisps.
Right. I would go, see if you're going meatball marinara, you've got to go maybe a barbecue or something like that.
What about a what's it over a meatball marinara?
That would just combust. That would combust in the piece.
Aye, you can't have a what's it with anything that's got any sort of moisture.
Residue.
Right.
Right,
okay. Number 2, tuna mayo with prawn cocktail.
I would take that, aye. I would take that. Mm-hmm.
And number 1, this is the top one, chicken tikka with ready salty crisps.
Chicken tikka with ready salted, aye. Aye, I would go with that as well.
Chris, however, what's your best?
Coming straight in at number 1, John.
Right, okay.
Is a roll or a couple of slices of Warburton's bread or whatever.
Right.
Dairy Lee.
Right.
Cheese and onion squares. Cannot be defeated.
It's dynamite, mate. It's dynamite. He told me about it one day and I was like, wow. And I honestly done it all that week. It was tremendous. See, another one that I used to always do, right, was Coronation chicken. Out the tub, kind of you can get the sandwich fillers. See that with a packet of prawn cocktail, Chris, and Hunter's a lure pack. Try that.
Oh.
There's a guy...
Any with a half-pint of lure pack is all right by me.
You can't have... Any butter that's not lure pack shite. It's got to be lure pack. Even the Sniding lure pack.
What about Graham's? What about Graham's butter? I like Graham's butter.
What's that? Never forget that.
That's the Scottish one and it's good.
It's alright, but it's no lure pack. It's a wee bit saltier than lure pack, which I quite like. But
that's it. I like that. What's it? Graham's?
Graham's butter. We're on to butter recommendations.
Is that the same geese that do the milk?
It's the same ones that do the milk, aye.
We had the carton of the milk and one of the shows, ICW, it was in the fridge. And Jason Reed went into the fridge and he took it out. I was like, you can't use that. He says, I know. I says, it's Graham's.
Hey! Fantastic. Right, so that's your butter and recommendations and Chris Sandwich recommendations for this week. But on Football Daft Focus, as I say, we're going to talk to one of the Hibs Talks hosts, Stuart Aitchison, about Maloney, Keane and everything going on at Easter Road. On the big question, after Allison's shithousery, which we need to talk about, we're taking... he was after taking the piss out of Pickford. I don't know if you saw that the weekend, but we'll talk about that. And we want to hear your examples of football shithousery. The player profile playoff is on the way to win pies. Grado has 3 riddles provided by the listeners. And on teammates is ex-Highby and Celtic striker Derek Riordan. Boys, this week this podcast is sponsored by Harry's. Now we all know Harry's, they're the super sharp razor company and they're here to revamp your whole routine from close shaves and flake free hair all the way to clear healthy skin. Harry's helps guys feel good. They've got a fantastic shower gel. You guys have both had the package through from Harry's, haven't you?
Yeah, and I got the travel pack as well last week. Took it down to Liverpool with me. Woke up Friday morning, looked like an absolute bus ball, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use my Harry's. And I did. I stood in my hotel room, 10 to 9, just before I was about to go, slapped on that the cream that they give you.
That stuff wakes you up, does it?
It does, man. It wakes you up, man, and you smell good, and it's just an absolute gentle breeze, getting all that shit off your face.
And I'll not name names, I'll not name any other companies' names, but there's a mint and tea tree shower gel.
I know what you're on about.
That people go on about, right? Well, this Harry's face scrub is peppermint, right? So see when you wash your face with it, you feel as if you're going through a tunnel at about 150 mile an hour. It is so refreshing, honest to God, it's amazing. So good. And listen, you get a trial set. In the trial set that Grado just talked about there, you're going to get the expertly engineered weighted handle of the razor, one 5-blade cartridge which is crafted in the German factory by artisans. You're going to get the shaving gel which Chris is talking about, the travel blade cover if you're travelling to Liverpool, and you'll get free shower gel as well. Like Grado said, the shave's great, that shower gel just wakes you up. As well as the shaving foam as well. And here's some facts, guys. Shower gels, the face wash and skincare products can be added to shave plans at any time. And cleansing and exfoliating before you shave increases the chance of cleaner results. So you're going to need all this stuff in the trial set. And the products are formulated with 0% sulfates, parabens or dyes, and are alcohol free, so there's no nastiness in there. So now, guys, we can get you sorted out for just the cost of the delivery, and it's dead easy. It's only going to cost you $3.95 to get that brilliant trial set sent to your door. harrys.com/daft. That's where you want to head right now. We'll put the URL in this week's description. harrys.com/daft. We get your set delivered. You can start a shave plan, and it's dead easy to do. So just get involved now. Try Harry's. It's time for Football Daft Focus as we get into the big talking points of Scottish football. Now, the big talking point this week, as it has been, I guess, all season, Hibs have had a bit of a nightmare season. End up in the bottom 6, removed both Jack Ross and Shaun Maloney, and now we're hearing that Roy Keane could be interested in the gig at Easter Road. So what is going on? On to tell us all about it, it's Stuart Aitchison from the Hibs Talk podcast. How you doing, Stuart?
I'm fine. How you doing, guys?
Brilliant,
mate. Thank you.
Good. And you're asking me? Fuck yeah, I tell you what. I don't think anybody knows what's going on.
Where did it all go wrong, Stuart? Where did it all go wrong this season?
Honestly, it's very difficult. It was good this season with Jack Ross, and then of course he went. Shaun Maloney came in, won the first 2 games, and then it just went fucking downhill since then. Honestly, it's difficult, and to be honest, Shaun Maloney's football was starting to progress. It's starting to show him playing, and especially the players playing in wee triangles and small areas. Well, we're starting to play wee bits of football, but it was the top third, the last third up top. We never had any. He had about 8 or 9 injuries, suspensions. We've got 2 centre forwards missing. Boyle got, he went away to Saudi. So, and we never replaced any of them. So we've not got a forward. That's it.
So see, before we go into Shaun Maloney, did you want rid of Ross?
He's a good coach, but his football was like Derek McInnes's. It was eye bleeding. We were sitting there on our phone. We were bored. Honestly, everybody's looking at each other and going, "Have we got to sit through this 90 minutes again?" And I think I think what the board had to look at is, I think, the actual fans were dwindling, and the season books weren't turning up because the football was shit. Even though we're maybe drawn 1-1 or winning 1-0, you want to go there and see a wee bit of football, and that's the thing. You look down south and you look at Liverpool and Man United. Who do you go and watch? You go and watch Liverpool because Man United are they're shit as well. So it's the same as us. It's funny, I was listening to Sky last weekend, and the pundits were talking about Man United, and you could actually think they were talking about Hibs. it was because on the park it's shit, and it comes for the board, Grado. It's coming for you up in the hierarchy, and what's happening is it's coming onto the park, and that's what I think there's a wee problem. And then when he got rid of Shaun Maloney, I ended up on the STV News. I was on the BBC Radio.
What did you do?
I was outside the court. They were asking questions, and I lost the plot because they got me at the wrong time. Because I thought, I just think that Shaun Maloney got sacked too early.
It happens all the time now. It happens all the time, Stuart.
I can.
Especially
19 games.
Aye, and as you say, that must be frustrating then if you're starting to see differences in the team and then at least get him to the end of the season.
Well, the thing is, if he got his forward line back, which, Doige, we don't know, but he came back from an injury and we think he took long COVID because that lad's never kicked the ball since. It looks as if he's lost weight. So I don't know, but he looks as if, if that's his stories. We've got a guy, and he played no bad in the semi-final, Scott, up top. And he actually played no bad, but that was his first start in a Hibs strip since he came. How many used to play with Scott? Right, and he came from Motherwell to Hull, and Hull on loan. And we've had this guy all season. He's never kicked the ball for us.
What the boy, the pacey, is it Jasper?
Well, he took injured. He got injured. So we've had about 9 injuries, and it doesn't help. And Shaun Maloney, as I say, what got me, guys, is the chairman, Ron Gordon, come out and said, right, we're bringing in this lad, Shaun Maloney, out of left field, just something we didn't even know that the bookies didn't even know. And we brought him in, and it was for the long term. So it was for 3-year period to bring the young boys through to start this revolution of football, like how Belgium play. That's what they thought. They got it wrong, he says. But it's all right saying that after that, I got it wrong, I'm really sorry, I apologise. But it's costing the club every time.
I was going to say, with
the greatest will in the world, right? You need to you're saying we're playing football the way Belgium play. Belgium have got players like fucking Hazard and Lukaku and De Bruyne and all that.
Correct.
It's all well and good saying that you want them to play like that, but I want to see Celtic playing like that. I want to see Rangers fans want to see Rangers playing like that, but we don't have the personnel to play that way.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And not even that, playing in this league as well, trying to play that football, no?
No,
exactly.
You can't play it, and you can't go and play all-weather park and start playing all this nice wee tip-tappy football. You can yourself, you hit a ball like that and it goes skiting right out. If they water it, because Livingston didn't like watering it, so it can play their way. But honestly, it's a shame. I felt sorry for Maloney because he was trying to play their correct way. It's not happened. He should actually be able to change the formation. He went for his 3-4-3 all the time. If he had said, a good manager, because I'm saying that I'm not a manager, but I think a good manager knows when to change it when you're winning. Go back to a 3-5-2 or a 4-4-2, and you see all these good managers down south. They do it because they know when to. And he was stubborn in saying, "I'm playing a 3-4-3. That's it." But listen, it's in hindsight. I've calmed down a wee bit now.
Aye, it seems like it. Everybody's talking about Roy Keane. Toss you a coin here, right? Roy Keane or Stephen Glass and Scott Brown?
Roy Keane.
I don't know. I think Brown and Glass would be a hangman. Would be a good fit at Hibs now. I really do.
I'll tell you why. Because I've got a couple of mates. I don't know why. I live in Livingston, and there's a few mates. The Aberdeen fans. Weird, but they were telling me like Glass and up there is shit. He was another one. It just does. He doesn't fit in Scottish football. I think he's came from America. He done nothing there, and he got a good, a big club's Aberdeen. And I didn't.
That's true. That's true.
I think the big thing with that was Brown actually playing. Maybe there would be a good duo together if the likes of it, whether Scott Brown hung up his boots now. If he concentrated on Brown and Glass as a management team rather than him playing, maybe that would work out. But I don't think Hibs. That's too risky for Hibs to take on Glass. That's far too risky.
What about Lenny coming back?
Well, I'm surprised that there's not been more talk.
I don't know, because if you bring Glass in, if it doesn't work out, you get your deposit back.
See, the thing is with Lenny, he's just signed. He's away at a club.
He's loving it. Do you know? See, there was a story. I'm doing in the beach every day. I'm not getting abuse.
When training's on, he's doing at the beach when training's on.
Right. What would that? I mean, Roy Keane. Roy Keane is a name that I guess is exciting. The Easter Road lot. Stuart, is that who you want in now? Now you've seen the name.
Well, put it this way, I've got the odds up here. Roy Keane's 2-1, right?
Oh.
Malky Mackay, the nearest, 8-1.
That's
I wouldn't want Malky Mackay nowhere near my club.
Right.
Because what I've said is, head on to the Hibs Talk podcast the other day there, I went, Malky Mackay, if he didn't win, I don't know how many games he won, but let's say he won 6 games out of his 10 or 8 or whatever it was and got into the top 6, we wouldn't even be talking about the guy. Because they hated him. They wanted him out of Ross County at Christmas. He's went on a nice wee run and he's nicked into 6th place. Right. So we wouldn't even be chatting about the boy if he didn't even do anything in the last 2 months. So Kevin Thompson's on it at 10-1, but he's a part-time manager. And I don't like this Hibs players coming back. Because, listen, I've been supporting Hibs for 50 years, right? And we've had Pat Stanton, John Blackley, Sozzy. The names could rattle off. I could rattle them off, and they've done nothing. I think the only one that done it was probably Eddie Turnbull, and that was a way back 72. So that there, when you bring I think if you bring a Hibs, an ex-Hibs player coming in, they've got to do really well. And that's why I feel sorry for David Gray, because I like the guy and what he done for Hibs, but David Gray, I wouldn't want him as manager because he's we call him Sir David Gray. So what happens if he loses,
back to just David Gray.
Aye, back to David, and nobody will talk to him. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Can the law hate him?
There is always that. It's like us when we had McCoy, right? You're like,
aye,
as a hero, you're a hero, and you just, it's very uncomfortable.
You feel bad.
But it is a horrible feeling, but it is a horrible feeling. And I think that's a lot of shit. And I see all that. He kens the club inside out. He knows what it's like to play for that. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't mean a lot, especially in today's game.
The fucking dinner women know exactly what the club's like and all that. You wouldn't pick that.
So Roy Keane's the man then, Stuart? Aye.
Well, are we a bad bunch?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I'm looking at there's Roy Keane, Malcolm Mackay, Kevin Thompson, Derek McInnes. Fuck,
I see Philip Cocu at 16-1.
I can.
What's the odds on Dick Campbell?
Fuck, shut up. Fucking hell.
Listen. Done a better job than any Hibs manager this season.
Listen, I ken that, but I'm saying he's on retirement. James McPake. Who the fuck would... Fucking hell, he can't even do anything at Dundee. See, it's another ex-Hibs player. That's the thing. You know what I mean? It's like...
What about another ex-Hibs player, Paul Hartley?
Hey, listen, you know what? Paul Hartley, he done really well at Hibs.
Don't fucking take him, Stuart.
No.
Don't fucking take him. He'll ruin your club.
They're talking Gary Monk and Jonathan Woodgate. There's no chances.
Gary Monk, I've not even heard of his name.
Fuck. And, Ian Holloway, the guy's retired. Paul Lambert. It's Kenny Jackett and all these guys. The bookies are just fucking typing any name in and just saying if anybody puts a pound on. You know what I mean? So, Roy Keane, if it is him, but I've always said our owner, I think he'll come out with some guy from America or something that we didn't even ken. He always comes out with something that we've never heard of or something away left wing. Honestly, I think if Roy Keane does come, he's got to bring in the correct number 2 as coach. He's got to have a good... You know what I was saying about Brian Rice? Brian Rice is he's a good coach. He's maybe not a manager.
Yeah.
Don't know. It could be someone that, like, he might just say to David Gray. Another wee thing I'm thinking out of the box as well, if Keane took it. Keane is pals, well, he speaks to Gary Neville every day. Well, who's best pals with Gary Neville is David Gray. Because the two of them, David Gray was second or third right back at Man United.
I did not know that.
When Gary Neville and all the young crew were coming, was it Class A 82? Was that 92? Class A 92 were coming through. David Gray was there. And he was second or third behind Gary Neville. So who's to say that Keano's not saying to Neville, go and speak to David Gray, see what's happening up there? Aye. Is it gone nuts behind it, the scene? Or, maybe bring him in as his number 2. I don't know.
And then maybe Beckham. Maybe Beckham could be there as well. And then maybe Scholes.
See, by the way, Beckham's in shit. His team's crap there now. He's going to be sacking the other Neville.
Brilliant.
But I think it's just, it's what's the word? Blockbuster, innit? We just, like so when Gerrard come up, I feel as if a lot of eyes was on Scottish football. No, for Keane, everybody watches Sky. Everybody would be tuning in to see that first post-match interview. See Hibs, it doesn't go well. They get a player sent off. There's a dodgy penalty. I mean, everybody would want to see that. It's entertaining, and football's entertainment at the end of the day.
It's box office.
Box office.
Guys, Roy Keane would be absolutely mental. It's a massive signing. And then I read something 2 days ago. And I don't know, did you see Robbie Keane on Sky on Monday Night Football? They were talking about, after the game, I can't remember what game it was, probably shit. But they were talking about Robbie Keane's, his career. And, he started off at, I think it was Wolves, and then built his cello up and whatever. And then they were talking about him, he's trying to get into coaching. He's got his badges, he's wanted to be a manager, he's been number 2 and whatever. And then somebody was saying, I read an article a couple of days ago saying that Roy Keane coming with Robbie Keane as assistant. I thought, oh, fuck, how good would that be? You know?
You want a good appointment, but you don't want to be too keen.
Brilliant. Super. Super. Stuart from the Hibs Talk podcast, thank you so much for coming and joining us in football.
No bother, guys.
Your time, mate.
Right, cheers. All the best.
Bye-bye.
Football Daft's big question.
Right, guys, did you see the Merseyside derby at the weekend?
I was in Liverpool at the time, man. I just, what was the score, 2-1?
2-0.
2-0.
It was 2-0, and there was absolute shithousery from Alisson at the end, which I loved, where he basically did the goalie thing, because Pickford was doing it all match of, when you get the goalie gets the ball and just goes down to waste time, Grado. Alisson, for no reason at all, got the ball and just fell down like that, taking the piss out of Pickford. Absolutely loved it. Complete shithousery, and we all love a bit of shithousery in football daft. What's your favourite bit, guys?
The first one that pops into my head is, who was the player that played for Arsenal and Man City, and he scored the goal and he ran all the way up the fucking park to the other end to celebrate against ex-fans. What do you call him again? Adebayor. Was he playing with Man City at the time, and he ran all the way up to the Arsenal fans? Remember that?
That's right, I do remember that. By the way, he's a lucky guy.
That was when you think about it, that was bad, man. Isn't it? Really, hey, I'll tell you.
Imagine I tell you what, Grado.
Hey, he was lucky he never got shot.
But I no shithousery, Chris.
Shithousery? What shithousery, man? Fucking.
It's shithousery stuff like as well, like Boyd when he would be smiling or that kind of thing. Is that
yeah.
What about when Ayo Berkovic was getting a bit of hassle off the Celtic fans, and he scored and started giving them that one, remember? remember he was running by and he was going, get it up, you bastards.
Does that
count?
I would say
but Grado, he still played for Celtic. And he's doing it to his own fans. And Kanchelski's standing on the ball against their United.
Scottish Cup.
That was out of order. Out of order. I think you've just got to give anything involving Andy Robertson for Liverpool. It's just the king of shithousery. Remember when it was it the World Cup final? Where it was I think Manny got booked or something, and you seen Robertson mouthing, "I'll get him for you, and then the next 5 minutes he goes and absolutely halves the boy, and just was talking to him while he's on the floor. Andy Robertson is the absolute king. In fact, there's videos out there of Andy Robertson's complete shithousery if you check it out on YouTube.
Bring him home, John. Bring him home.
Exactly. But let's go to the listeners, see what they're saying. Gio Van Opposition says, Neymar, anytime he plays Celtic, Ralston still has mares about it.
David says, Valverde wiping out Morata when he was clean through and goal within 5 minutes, left it at extra time, went on to penalties. It was beautiful.
Sean says, as much as I hate him, Scott Brown against Aberdeen when he just stood up and swaggered off after being wiped out.
Yeah, that was I remember that one.
That was good, that one.
Is that the one who's gone like that with his arms?
Aye.
Yeah. David says Valverde wiping out Morata when he was clean through on goal with 5 minutes left of extra time.
Aye, that's a good one, man.
When penalty.
That was great.
Imagine somebody had just read that a minute ago.
Aye.
John, you're completely lost.
Keep going. Keep going. It's funny.
Oh, sorry, edit that bit. Sorry, I'm happy.
Don't edit that.
Sean says as much. You've done that. Right.
I go, Sean. Go read Sean's.
No, Grant says. Grant says, one for producer John. Oh, God. SPL denying Falkirk promotion 3 times for, I think it was twice. It was only twice, I think, Grant, for not meeting the stadium criteria of 10,000, only to drop it 6,000 to criteria once Falkirk built their new stadium. Yes, thank you very much for the reminder of that.
Dead Sea Souls, he says, IWR running I can't read that number, but it looks like 22 trillion yards to celebrate in front of the Arsenal fans.
Oh, that's the band Dead Sea Souls that we had on a couple of weeks.
Ryan says Scott Brown applauding off Ryan Kent when he played against Aberdeen.
He's wrote Hadji, but it was Kent.
He's wrote Hadji. I didn't want him to look like a dick, so I've changed it to who it actually was.
Sorry, Ryan. Grant says, soonest planting the Galatasaray flag in the middle of the pitch.
That's the biggest one. That is the biggest one.
That is absolutely... No, and saying that...
The boys to do that.
I know. A couple of late entries have come in after the football last night. The wee boy running on the pitch to get Kevin De Bruyne a shirt and not getting it from that.
Was that Tuesday night?
It was. And finally, Tom in 243 on Twitter says, without doubt, Mo Johnson saying he was signing for Celtic, then signing for Rangers, the biggest bit of shithousery in football ever. It is the Player Profile Playoff with piesports.com, bringing you the taste of Scottish football direct to your door in all forms of pie: Scotch, steak and gravy, macaroni, doner pie, steak and haggis, sausage. Oh, it's all going on at Pie Sports, and you can get them to your door. Just check out their website, spysports.com.
The website.
Several postcodes
across website.
Scotland, and you can give them a call as well. 0141
He's got a mouthful of that doner pie.
999. And it's so fucking unforgiving, this podcast. It really is. We like to give them away on Football Daft every week, and we're going to give them away this week to Bobby, who's a Rangers supporter. Hello, Bobby.
How's it going, guys? All right?
Aye, good, mate.
Good to see you. You've been on this before, haven't you?
I was on the running for Wrestling Daft.
Wrestling Daft.
I made a bit of arse there. I was too drunk and didn't really say much.
No, you were fine, mate. I remember that because I'll never forget that second name. I love names like that. Bobby Carmichael.
We got a bit sidetracked with the key demo and all that. So
what were we talking about?
The demographic. We got sidetracked with that.
Oh, fuck, aye.
Yeah, that's right. That's Rab's chat. That's kind of Rab's banter, that sort of stuff. Bobby, you have a question for us, don't you?
Aye, just to see if you've got a full house. Is Pud over there?
No.
He's fucked us off, mate. He's apparently away down the boozer, mate.
Going to watch a game.
Aye, well, I'm doing the same, but I'm here.
Exactly, mate. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. Bobby can make it to the podcast, but Stephen Purden can't. There you go. Do you think you're better than Bobby, Stephen Purden? Do you?
But Stephen thinks he's better than Bobby.
Aye, dear. Right, okay, we're going to try and give you pies, Bobby, since you're sacrificing the pub to come on today. Do you know how the game works, I think? We're going to read a player description out, jump in with the answer with your buzzer. Get it right, you get a point. First to two wins. Get it wrong, play hands to the other person. You can't come back in. All right.
All good.
What's your buzzer going to be, Bobby?
Gio.
Right, who would you like to play? Chris or Grado?
I think Grado's surprisingly good at these.
Yep.
Surprisingly, did you hear that, Grado?
So you want to play? I don't. What do you mean? What do you mean? Surprisingly?
To be fair, I wouldn't think you'd be that good at them, but you're actually pretty good today.
Is it because it's like, I mean, this podcast so far has been like, what do you think of that, Grado? Aye, man, it's good.
I got really interested earlier on when we started talking about butter and what recommendations for butter and crisp sandwiches.
I can talk about that, but see, talking about everything else, I can't be asked talking about that. You're right.
I had to go and pick up my curtains today, right? I know this is a wee bit going to the side.
There we go.
The woman that does my curtains is my mate, Big Eugene. It's his.
You've got a woman that does your curtains. Hold on.
And her name's
specific
Eugene?
woman.
No, it's my mate, but she's his auntie, right? So I went in and she's like, so he's still involved with the wrestling? I went, aye, we've got a show next Saturday at the Pavilion. She's like, is that with that big Draco? Grado. She's like, that's what I meant. I'm like,
Draco.
Right, okay, man. Bobby, would you like to play Draco or would you like to play Chris?
I'll go with Toll.
Yes, come on.
Aye, he's been gearing for this. Here we go.
It's funny you say that, Andy Gorham would call me Tony Draco.
Grado's been stingy with the pies as well the last couple of weeks.
This is true. This is very true. Well played, Bobby.
It's a tactical manoeuvre.
This is tactical. I like that. Right, okay. This week, boys, it is players that have won Player of the Year. Obviously, it's the PFAs on Sunday, so it's all players that have won Player of the Year. All right. What's your buzzer going to be, Bobby?
Gio.
Oh, you give me yours, Chris. G'day. Right, here we go then. First player out. This player won Player of the Year in 2003-2004 after scoring 16 goals in 37 appearances for Celtic.
G'day.
Chris.
John Hartson.
Fucked it. It was his fifth season at the club, with one of his big moments being an injury time winner against Rangers at Celtic Park to give his side. Go, Bobby.
Chris Sutton.
Chris Sutton, it is one.
As I said that, well done, mate. Well done, Mr. Carmichael.
Right, here we go. Next player out. This striker spent 6 years in Scotland, starting his career at Falkirk before a move to St Mirren and then Motherwell. He scored 26 league goals in 2012-2013, becoming the best goal scorer the Steelmen have seen since...
Michael Higdon.
Michael Higdon is the correct answer.
Wow, I never got that.
The last non-Old Firm player to win the award, don't you know? There you go. Wow. Remember, did you not get arrested after the night out? He got arrested on the night out.
That's right, so he died after he won the thing.
That's right, he won the award and got arrested that night.
He not scored a goal against Celtic that day as well. Motherwell beat Celtic 3-1 didn't he? What a day for that guy,
Right, okay, final player out. This is for the win. This centre-half won the award in 2002 in his penultimate season at Rangers.
G'day.
Turned to...
Quella.
Quella, you say?
Yes.
You're wrong. I will continue with the clue. He returned to form after falling out with Dick Advocat and thrived under Alex McLeish. He left Rangers after scoring the winning goal in the Scottish Cup final, moving to Blackburn, and now is a sexy bastard in Italy. Yes, Bobby. Amoruso.
Well done, mate.
Fantastic.
Well done, Bobby. You've won it, mate. Wait, how do you feel?
Good, as long as it wasn't a whitewash, but I've came out on top.
You've beat him, man. No many folk beat too.
There you go. Well played, Bobby.
I don't think I got one for a while, right enough.
I know, Chris got too excited too quickly there. Well done, Bobby. You've won the pies.
Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Well done, Bobby.
Here, by the way, have I ever told you about the time that I got to the PFA Awards through Ricky?
Aye.
Yes, you have, Grado. Yes, you have. Right. And that's it. If you want pies, just like Bobby's just won himself, head to piesports.com now.
It's now time for Grado's 3 riddles on Football Daft. It's that time of the week where we can all get riddled. Here we go, Grado's 3 riddles back once again. Here we are, the scores on the boards currently stand at. John, let me...
Right, here we go. Last week's riddle was this. It was Anne's a bit of an artist and always behind the wheel. Anne's a bit of an artist and always behind the wheel. And what was the answer to that riddle?
Duncan Shearer.
Andrew Driver.
It was Andrew Driver. Duncan Shearer. Where'd you get that from? You say that every week, do you? Just Duncan Shearer. Right, now, remember Ali Dixon, right? Ali Dixon signed up to the Patreon so he could get the riddles earlier and get points.
That's right.
He got it in first, but listen to what Ali says. Honestly, see if that's right. I'll give it a miss for a few weeks and let someone else get it. I got a day off tomorrow, so literally just turned the Xbox off and grabbed my phone to head out with the dog, and the podcast has popped up. Ridiculously lucky timing for me. Shame my luck's shite when it comes to coupons. So should we give Ali the point this week, and then he can kind of retire for a few weeks and then come back, right? So Ali gets.
I don't want him to retire because anyone will be on the Patreon.
All right, well, you need to be like Ali. Everyone be like Ali. Get signed up to Patreon.
Everybody who's listening, sign up to Patreon. It'll be the lowest tier. Don't worry. It'll keep us in electricity and gas.
There you go. Patreon.com/football daft. So the current scores on the board means Keane Toll is on 1, Ali McDowell's on 1, Pat the Pallet Prick 1, Declan Ramage is on 1, Ian Meikle 1, Jack's on 1, Ali Dixon is now on 3, John Mitchell's on 2, Ryan DeBar 2, producer Ryan 2, Nicola Burton 2, Albert's Legend 3 as well, Dean's on 8, Stephen's on 21, John's on 23, that is me, and Chris is on 37, and Grado has 3 riddles.
Right, I'm going to have to say some of them that are getting sent are shite.
Right, so right, okay, thanks for that. By the way, maybe should start that right with thanks for everyone. Let's try and work this again. Thanks for everyone for sending in your fantastic riddles. I really appreciate it. But
some are good, some are not so good.
How do you find your... Because some people are going, they've sent me the riddles on the Discord. How do you get DMs in Discord?
Oh, I don't know how you do that. I don't know. You can, if you want to join, that's part of our Patreon as well, with the Discord channel. Grado, a lot of people have sent you on them on Twitter as well, but they can't get into your inbox. So
no, get me on Instagram.
Get Grado on Instagram.
Because I need to follow you. I need to follow folk.
Right. So you're not going to get a follow for Grado.
And then folk retweet shite.
You'll get a follow for Grado.
Follow Friday. Right.
There you go. So
listen to that, Doug. Clyde! Look at that, because she's going out. Listen to that. Can you hear that?
I heard that.
Right, anyway, okay, right, here we are for the first riddle of Football Daft this week. Let's do it, and we'll do it like this. Buzz and Woody's owner, who tells the daddy sheep to start. Buzz and Woody's owner, who tells the daddy sheep to start.
Right, so Andy.
Okay, so it's Buzz and Woody's owner who tells the daddy sheep to start.
Andy
Ram.
It's a daddy sheep.
Andy Ram, that's so funny.
Andy Ram star. Andy Ram beginning. Andy Ram. Daddy sheep. That's a ram, isn't it?
Yeah, yes. Like, think about who you're saying. Say that again.
Andy Ram.
Andy Ramage. Andy Ram.
It's staring at you right in the face, man. It's unreal.
Andy Ramsey? No. Aaron's brother.
Ramgo.
Buzz and Woody's owner who tells the daddy sheep to start.
Andy Shepherd.
Remember, this is no me. I wouldn't have said to start. I'd maybe have said to Buzz and Woody's owner who tells the daddy sheep to start.
What would you have said? Because we're more on your wavelength.
Right, okay. I would have maybe have said who tells the daddy sheep to move it or something like that. Right.
Andy Ramgo.
Andy Ramgo! You're so close, it's hilarious. Andy Ramgo! Oh, mate, this is dead entertaining.
Andy Gorham!
That was good, man. That was good. That was brilliant. Andy Ramgo.
Before we go any further as well, thought it's out for the whole podcast, Andy Gorham.
Absolutely.
Aye, definitely, without a doubt. Hang in there, big man. We're all thinking about you. Right, okay. Here we go. Second one.
Andy Ramgo.
Right, here we go. Right, this one's fairly easy. You'll get this in 10 seconds. Govan Nisbet that's lost his pooch.
Scott Douglas.
There we go.
Rob Douglas. Yeah.
He sent me a this is off the same guy even for last week, but his ones are good. I'm going to go for this one. That was Rangers football shirts again on Instagram. Let's go for Charles Laird. He has sent a riddle and he says, twist, a popular drink, and 50% in Scottish dialect. Twist, a popular drink, 50% in Scottish dialect.
Ooh.
Keane might get this. Keane could get this.
Twist, a popular drink.
Mm-hmm. Twist, a popular drink, and 50% in Scottish dialect.
50% in Scottish dialect is Hoff.
Mm-hmm.
Something Hoff. Oliver Bierhoff.
Oliver Bierhoff!
That is a belter. What an absolute belter.
So there you have it. This is great. So guys, if you want to send him some riddles, then do so on the Grado Instagram page. Just send it there and I'll be able to pick it up.
And this week's riddle for the listeners, this goes out from Dale Candlish, who can't get into Grado's DMs, so he sent them on the Facebook, so I've seen them. So this is for all the listeners. This is your riddle for next week. The government and a rapper goes with it. The government and a rapper goes with it. Who's that? Get in touch. And in the meantime, hit the theme tune. It is time for the Football Daft moment of the week. Drum roll. And the results are in from last week. In last place, it's Grado's nomination of Mark McGee switching off his heating and not eating. That's really disappointing. Really disappointing. 11%.
Bastards.
Not having that. Listener Craig was next with John Hartson's book of offside after he appeared not to understand the offside rule during the Old Firm. He got 26% though, and it means it was very tight for the final two, and it came down to Chris Toll and Stephen Purden. Unfortunately, it was Chris Toll that was in second, with Stephen's drunk tweeting after the Old Firm match.
That took a lot to beat, man.
And I mean, Stephen, who's not here, he's in the pub, got first place with goal to the opposition, obviously.
We're all sitting here like fannies,
Exactly. Now, Stephen's not here, so it means Chris gets to pick his moment of the week first. Chris, what are you going for?
Fuck.
Fuck. You're just going for fuck. Explain.
After the Kilmarnock and Arbroath game last Friday night, obviously whoever's in charge of the Arbroath social media had been having a few during the game, and after the final whistle's blown, they simply tweeted, fuck.
It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Do you think it was Fermer that was in charge of the Arbroath account?
Do you know, I like to think so. I like
to think you did. I like to think you did.
Let's just say Fermer grabbed the social media guy's phone and find out. That can't have been real.
It was, mate. 100%.
Genuinely.
Seriously?
Aye.
No, it never happened.
It was, mate.
It was genuinely an Arbroath account.
Honestly, aye.
It's not been hacked or anything. It's just went for the
Really, that definitely happened?
Yes.
See, the thing is, that's the sort of thing that gets you eyes on your club and gets you followers. I'm all for it.
Did they delete it?
No. I think it's maybe still up there. Maybe they did delete it.
No, I think you're daft for believing that.
Oh, no, it was real, mate.
It was real. It was genuine.
Real.
Genuine, Grado. It was real. It was definitely real. And I hope Fermer was behind it. I really do hope Fermer was behind it.
Oh, aye, they did delete it.
Did they delete it?
Oh, of course they would have. They can't. But if that is true, nothing's fucking beating that. They actually tweeted fucking end of the game.
It was just fuck.
That's fuck. Amazing. So there we go. That's Chris Toll's nomination. Grado, what's yours?
My nomination is going to be Charlie Adams fucking diving. I mean, I saw this on Saturday and I put it in the chat right away, but come on, man. What agency he's carrying on like that?
It was my pal Callum. It was his tweet that went viral. Callum was on the show, the Dundee United supporter.
Oh, aye.
From Super Scoreboard. It was Callum that just filmed it on the telly and it picked up because Gary Lineker retweeted it and all this sort of stuff. So it blew up totally.
Well, I did see, because I seen a lot of English fans going, is that fucking Charlie Adam? Because obviously back in the day they were going, no way, is Charlie Adam still playing football? Some of the replies were brilliant. But you need to, if you've no saw this shit, you need to see this dive. There's nobody anywhere about him, and it's not even if it's a dive. It's just like an old man falling in it.
I just think he couldn't be arsed running, Charlie Adam. He just went, "Fuck it, I'm just throwing myself down here."
But it's top quality entertainment.
Remember when Ian Wright scored for West Ham and he ran and he just dived? Remember? It was like that, wasn't it? It's exactly what it was like.
Aye, absolutely. So, Charlie Adams dive from Grado. And since Stephen's not here, I'm going to get a nomination this week. And I've got to nominate Rylan. You know, he basically... Killie Hearts at the weekend there, they had their presentation of their League 2 trophy. And Rylan's waded into the Killie Hearts Twitter and just went, cinched it. Congratulations. They've only gone and cinched it.
I fucking love Rylan.
So I love Rylan and his ma.
Aye.
So Rylan's basically congratulated. And who knew Rylan was a Killie Hearts man? But then he's went to that. So there's this thread then kicks off on the Killie Hearts Twitter. It's like, trying to understand the connection here, said Gus McLeod. He goes, someone reading, Rylan does the Cinch TV ads, and then Gus comes back and going, yeah, I was wondering. And then Gaz comes in with, must get paid every time he tweets it. And then Rylan comes back in with, fucking wish I did, mate.
I like Rylan because he's real. Do you know what I mean? And he's a grafter.
He doesn't look real, but...
No, he doesn't look real, but we were talking about him wrestling daft. He's an absolute grafter. He does everything he does. He's presenting.
A good worker.
He's a great worker. But that was a good worker.
No, he is as well. He's naturally... I watch him. I like seeing him on Celebrity Gogglebox. He's funny.
Mm-hmm,
he's not... Him and his ma bounce off each other so well. It's brilliant, man. Honestly.
Yeah. So there you go. That's
obviously I've modelled my beard on him and all. You know what I
mean? So that's my nomination, and the listeners' nomination comes from. I don't know if you saw this. A lot of people dived in this. This is from Ian. The picture of Bobby Madden that went on social media with Leipzig away, Union Jack, Union Jack, Union Jack, and We Are the People. And I believe there's been further Instagram photoshopping for Bobby Madden, which is obviously doing the rounds in the group chat, because producer Ryan sent one into our group chat as well, the Football Daft group chat, with him on Instagram saying, I'm in Greece, but I wish I was really in Leipzig. You know,
with the boys.
I mean, come on now. Who's Bobby Madden? So I'm going to put that in social
I feel a bit sorry for Bobby Madden, because he's just, anything he puts up now is just obviously going to get photoshopped, and he likes putting up wee pictures now and again. He's just going to get ripped every time, man. Poor big guy.
I know.
It was Orthodox Easter last week as well. And he put up a wee thing saying, happy Orthodox Easter, my friends in Ukraine and somewhere else, wasn't it? And that get fucking done as well. Greece and Ukraine it was, and then all of a sudden he's walking through the fucking, what do you call the place where all the Greeks fought? What was it called? The Colosseum?
The Colosseum.
Pictures of him in the Colosseum and all that. But you know what? You've made the bed, Bobby.
I know. So there you go. Bobby Madden's fake Instagram is from the listeners. So what is your Football Daft moment of the week? Will it be Grado's?
Adam Falls.
Will it be Chris's?
Fuck.
Or will it be mine? They've only gone and cinched it. Or will it be Bobby Madden's fake Instagram? You decide right now. Get onto Twitter at Football Daft Pod, cast your vote, and we'll find out what the moment of the week is next week. No, that's the next big Grado.
That's the wrong thing. Fuck.
Remember, you can get more content from this podcast if you sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/Football Daft. We've talked about it a bit on the show. You'll get into the Discord. You'll get the first chance at the riddles as well if you want to get on the scoreboard. Get involved now. Is plenty of tiers to choose from. And we're going to be hopefully, well, maybe not hopefully from Grado's perspective, but hopefully from Chris's perspective, we're going to be doing our FIFA night in May, which coincides with the Europa League final. So if Rangers do get to the Europa League final, we'll rearrange it. But if they don't, that'll happen. So you need all the details. Get involved. Patreon.com/Football Daft. And on there, you will find all our previous guests. If we keep saying it, we need to start getting guests back on. We really do. But you'll hear them all up there. Patreon.com/Football Daft. All our teammates, because we recorded wee extra bits with all the guests when they were on the podcast, and we asked them lots of questions like, who's the best you've played with? Who's the worst dressed in the dressing room? And who is the top shagger? And you'll be able to hear our teammates right now with Hibs and Celtic star Derek Riordan.
Worst dressed?
Oh, I'll probably say Bruni. Bruni was terrible as well, to be fair.
Aye.
You can always go with the foreigners. Foreigners are always the worst dressed, to be honest. But I'd say Bruni's up there. We are foreigner anyway for Cowden beef, so aye, Bruni's up there, to be fair.
I think did somebody not say Bruni a couple of weeks ago too?
It's always either Scott Brown or Neil Lennon that gets
Neil Lennon, aye. They too. When we get ex-Celtic people on whatever, Hibs, whatever, they always say Scott Brown or Neil Lennon, man, all the time.
It's funny when they post pictures of the day Scott Brown signed for Celtic, the gear he's got, hilarious.
He's got the boot cut jeans and the cigarette top.
Aye.
Monius.
Probably Nippy come to me was probably Gary Caldwell. Aye. No money, but just to do my nothing, like, to be fair. It was always him that sort of stuck in my head. He was Nippy's, innit?
Who do you want to back you up in a fight?
Stacky, probably. Graham Stack.
Aye,
goalie. We met at Hibs.
Oh. Aye.
Hard laddie, like.
I do remember him, actually.
Big goalie Hans, man. Big goalie Hans. He was good for back up.
He's a hard day doing the earth guy, like.
Best looking?
Oh, I don't know. Ian Murray.
There we go. Former guest of the show. There we go. Current Celtic manager. Aye, he's grown before. Aye,
he's got that tan skin and dark hair. That's what the birds go for, so I'll say him.
Teacher's pet.
Oh, there's a few on that. Stephen McManus. Go for him. Yep.
I can see that, by the way.
Aye.
Definitely.
There we go, man, big Mick.
I could come out with a story. I could give a story, but I can't do that because it's no good. So no.
We sure you can't tell us, no?
No. Could get in trouble. So no.
Most skillful.
Most skillful. Probably I say Aidan. Aidan was brilliant. Celtic.
Aye.
Really good. Aye, he was brilliant. If you wanted him one-on-one with a player, he'd beat them, no problem, Mike.
Worst trainer?
Probably Boric.
Aye.
Oh, there's loads. There's absolutely loads of worst trainers, to be fair. Boric used to get fined every week. Coming reeking all the time.
I love that Swally, didn't he?
Quite a lot of the Polish. A lot of the Polish are like that, to be fair. A lot of them like him heavy, like ones I've played with anyway.
He's still done the business, but didn't he? Still decent goalie,
best goalie I've played with, like, and seen. Brilliant.
Who never gets the round in?
Know what they say, Derek? If you can't pick somebody, it must be you, mate.
Nah, it's not me. I'm out all the time. It's trying to get players out. That's the problem. So I don't know. Nah, I've never really had that with football teammates. To be fair, no. Obviously, your pals. You've got a few pals that are always like that. Like, but no football wise, I've not met that.
Biggest bam up merchant?
Probably Aidan and Bruni back in the day. I would say it was Chris Killen. It was the same wee group. Same wee group. That's who it was.
So if you come in, you seen them laughing in a corner, you knew somebody was getting it.
You sort of tipple. You've just got to be a bit streetwise. Some people on the streetwise, obviously. But you can what's happening and stuff. So you can who the main suspects are all the time anyway.
Top shagger.
Fuck knows. I don't know. Nah.
No comment. Steer clear of that
one. Somebody that was single, probably.
Best you've played with?
I'd say Nakamura's probably the best I've played with.
Chris Bill's a big fan of Nakamura, aren't you, Chris?
Aye. He was brilliant.
One of my favourites of all time, but I forgot about him in my all-time Celtic team. Forgot to put him in it.
I did. Tommy Gravison as well. You didn't really see much of Tommy, but you see him training and that, he was absolute animal, but passing and everything, technique, everything, he was brilliant, man. But I would say Nakamura was probably the best I've played with. Never gave the ball away much, to be honest.
So that's it for this week's Football Daft. Thank you very much for listening. Really appreciate that. Games happening at the weekend, guys. It's the last games in the Championship, League 1 and League 2 this weekend before the playoffs. It's pretty much all kind of done down there, really. 8-goal swing it'll take for Wraith to reach the playoffs between them and Partick. Partick are Ayr away, while Wraith have Killie at home, so I can't really see that happening. We talked about Queen of the South, they're down. But in the relegation playoff place, it's between Dunfermline and Ayr. Fifers are against Queen of the South and at home, so it's a dead duck game for Queen of the South. So, and Ayr are away to Partick, so you would think it's probably going to be Ayr going down to playoffs. Unfortunately, I wish fucking Dunfermline had been in the playoffs. That would have made my
day. That's a derby as well, on Kilmarnock, isn't it?
Aye.
Kilmarnock 100% want to stick a knife right.
We're up to our knees in Ayr blood.
Yeah,
is that what they sing?
I'm sure they sing that.
Aye. Well, Ayr are away to Partick, so it doesn't really matter, Chris. So that's fine.
Who gives a fuck?
League One's all wrapped up. Cove went up as champions. Airdrie Montrose and Queen's Park are in the playoff there. While Dumbarton are in a relegation playoff with East Fife, who are down. So Dumbarton are in the playoff there. And then down in League 2, obviously you guys give. By the way, Falkirk can still finish 7th. Fucking unbelievable. I walked out of the gate. Well, they've now got a pub in the South Stand. 60. Connor Salmon fucking scored against us. Connor fucking Salmon scored against us, and that was enough for me. At 2-0, I got up, I started shouting abuse at all the players. My mates were like, "Aye, we saw you at the weekend, John. We were trying to wave to you, but you were too busy abusing all the players." Walked into
What do you shout, John?
I was just like, "You're a fucking disgrace to the jersey." Fucking disgrace. Walked out the grounds, went
John,
to the club.
Celtic and Falkirk have got something in common this season.
What's that, Chris?
Connor Salmon scored against us.
That's right.
Big Connor Salmon scored again. So there you go. So Falkirk can still finish 7th in League 1 if we don't beat Queen's Park and Peterhead and Alloa win. So in League 2, Kiltie won, obviously. Ryland congratulated them on the Ryland. And Forfar and Edinburgh City are in the playoff down there. Cowdenbeath are in the playoff against the Lowland League or the Highland League winners as well. So they could be facing either Fraserburgh or Bonnie Rig Rose, who obviously won the Lowland League. So
Bonnie Rig are a good side, man.
Well, they beat the Coast, the Rangers and the Celtic Coast sides. You know, I think Rangers were 3rd and Celtic 5th at the moment. I think there's a couple of games still to play, but
it doesn't matter if they win it anyway. They can't come up.
Right.
Can they not come up? Can they not come? Can not come up? I thought they could come up to a certain point. No.
Team hasn't moved. Team does not move or something. Didn't know say on it.
Oh, right. I thought they were allowed into League 2 or League 1, but they're not. But no, they have to stay in the Lowland. All right, fair enough. So that's what's happening down in the lower leagues. It's all pretty much sewn up. Last game of the season this weekend. In the Premiership on Saturday, Aberdeen versus Dundee. Fucking Livingston beating Aberdeen at the weekend. Dundee, Mark McGee, did you think he switched on his heating or started eating after getting that draw against St Johnstone?
I hope so. Could you imagine him and Mark McGee, him and fucking Roy Keane the touchline?
Oh, that is gold right there. That's fucking gold right there.
I've got 6% battery here, lads. We need to fucking wrap this up.
Right, Aberdeen versus Dundee, Chris.
Aberdeen.
Grado.
Aberdeen.
Right, Dundee United in Motherwell also in the top 6 this weekend.
Dundee United.
Dundee United. Aye. They're Motherwell horse shit at the moment. Hearts versus Ross County.
I think Hearts.
Hearts at Tynecastle. Aye, Chris. Draw?
Yes.
Livingston versus Hibs. Livy being at home. We spoke to Stuart earlier.
That'll be a draw.
Do you think that'll be a draw?
Livy.
Yeah, okay. St Johnstone versus St Mirren. That is the big game. St Mirren need to win that game. I would say if St Mirren win that game, they're 39 points. You're thinking they're probably safe. But if St Johnstone win that game, it goes 34 to 36. Draw.
I'll say draw as well.
Right, okay, draw in that one. And then on to the obviously Sunday, we have the Old Firm boys. We'll have a Celtic versus Rangers draft next week. How are you feeling about it?
It's another one that's just kind of sneaked up and there's no really any build up to it.
Does not feel like an Old Firm week.
Aye. It's been quite quiet about it. I mean, even around work, obviously there's banter.
It's all by, that's why. It's all by, that's why. It's just a kind of...
I think Celtic will win convincingly on Sunday.
I think Celtic will win on Sunday.
Oh, really? Bloody hell, Grado. Jesus.
I think Celtic will win.
It's all about Europe now, Grado. It's all about Europe, so...
Aye, but it just... There's Celtic will... I've got a feeling... Know that I'm not wanting to bury my team. They've done brilliant this season in Europe. And at the right times of the season, but I think Celtic will be right up for it on Sunday. They will want to take it. Aye. As I say, depends how the night goes, John.
Aye. Well, listen, enjoy your get off and enjoy your football now. What we calling the episode this week, guys?
Fuck.
Right, I think that's just the perfect episode title. Thank you very much for listening to Football Daft. Stephen might be back next week if he doesn't go to the pub instead. Thanks very much for listening. We're up the road.
Audio Frontier.